What's up? What's up? What's up? It's been a while since I've done a updated video, so thought I'd get on and see how everybody is doing. Yes, I did shave. Right? Makes me look, I don't know, 15 years younger. Oh man, I grew it for about 8 months. The goal was to grow it until my daughter turned 1. And one day, a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, I said, I can't take it anymore. So I ended up shaving her down. But I like this look. Makes me look younger. You can really see my eyes. So I know a lot of people have asked where I've been. They missed my videos. I appreciate that. Just been busy working. And then when I go home, I just want to spend time with the family. I don't really want to do anything else. So that's what I've been doing. I'm gonna take a sip of water real quick. But I'm here. I'm alive. As you can see, I'm in my truck. Came up to the Gary terminal. Yesterday evening, I had some dash lights that were coming on. 2 to be exact. I had a trailer light. It's stability track light came on, and then my check engine light. They were like alternating back and forth. One would be on for 3 days. That one would turn off, and another one would come on. That one would be on for 2 days. Then the check engine light would come back on. Fleet manager said take it up to Gary, get it looked at. So it was in the shop about 6.5 hours. I didn't get my truck back till almost, what was it, 9:45 at night. Got in here, got situated and got to bed. It was about 10:30. So you have to do the 10-hour reset. That should have took me to almost 10 o'clock. I'm shooting this video at 8:30 in the morning. But when I got here, I had 3 hours of drive time left. I went ahead and just put myself on off-duty break, and it ended up discounting 3 hours from there, that time that I was actually shut down, but I wasn't. So it allows me to go ahead and I thought I'd shoot this video before I do my pre-trip. And I have my trailer on the opposite side of the building. I'm gonna go pick up my trailer. So sorry, in the morning I am like congested like you would not believe. I take medication for allergies. I know none of this doesn't help any of you, but if I don't do that, then this video is going to be a wash. I shot 2 videos prior to this yesterday when I was waiting around for my truck, and one, you could see the white nose hairs in my nose, so I deleted that video. And another one, I didn't like it. So this is the final straw here. This is the final video. If it turns out bad, who cares? If it's me constantly going, then so be it. But in the morning, I'm congested. So what's new? Last Thursday, talked to my fleet manager for phase 3. Her name is Kylene. I have nothing but great things to say about her. I never met her in person. I had the opportunity to when I was in Marshfield, but something came up and she wasn't available. But just working with her on the phone was exceptional. She's very caring. She does everything by the book, and you can tell from a person's voice. I think I said this about my recruiter, and I know this from working in the customer service industry, is you can tell by somebody's voice how genuine that they are and how fake they are. And everybody I've met at Rail so far, whether I've met them or I haven't, if I heard their voice, I can just tell if they're genuine or if they're full of shit. And I will say that Kylene is hands down. I mean, I wish I could have kept her as my fleet manager. I can tell she's sincere. She's caring. She wants you to do great at your job. She's available. Me being a new person, I constantly had questions, and at no point did I take that back. One point I did ask her, "Are you being sarcastic?" But it was just based off of I don't know, some silly question probably. Sorry for that, man. I know it's bad, but just overall, my fleet manager for phase 3, Kylene, she was just, I mean, she was I don't know how to explain it to you. It's just like a home run hit, right? She was perfect, and I wish I could have kept her as fleet manager, but they moved me on to another gentleman by the name of Austin. He is my permanent fleet manager. And if I'm saying permanent fleet manager, what I'm getting back to is last Thursday, I graduated phase 3. I am now completed. I'm 100% completed with the whole GY CDL program. With the hiring process, I'm officially a rail professional truck driver. I am in my permanent location, and it doesn't get any more permanent than that. So I got that news last week when I was talking to Kylene, and she told me, I'm all done with you, and you're going to go on to your permanent fleet manager, and you've completed the CDL school. You've completed which is phase 1. You completed phase 2. You completed phase 3. You're official now, and that was a bittersweet moment, honestly, to wrap all that up into a ball and say, hey, we're done here, right? It doesn't stop the fact that I'm going to keep learning trucking and make sure that I take everything that I've learned from all these people and I apply it every day. And I mean, there's so many people to thank for my journey so far. Recruiter, fleet manager, trainers, Lyft drivers, people I've met at the hotel, people I've met when I went and rented a car through rail, people at the terminal, maintenance. I mean, there's just so many people involved in the process of getting you through all these phases. And I mean, it's just, I'm filled with joy. Like, I'm ecstatic. There's still times where, I'm sitting here now, I'm at a terminal, and I'm looking at all these trucks, and I'm looking at these maintenance people, and I'm in my truck. Like, it's a bittersweet moment. Like, this is me. Like, I did it, and it's something to be proud of. And I'm 44, and I'm proud of it. I'm proud. I worked hard for this. My family sacrificed. I sacrificed. I've always wanted a daughter or a child, and I have an 8-month old at home, and she sacrificed. We don't think of it like that, but she doesn't get to see me every day, and so she sacrificed, and I sacrificed, and it's great. It's a great feeling. So hats off to Rail for keeping their word with everything they said they were going to do, and I hope I've made them proud. I will say that Kylene told me last Thursday, she said, I'm killing it. We just need to work on some things, which I knew. There's areas in this business where I know I lack, and I recognize that. I'm I'm not. I don't get bitter when people try to give me constructive criticism. I'm not like, oh no, you're mistaken. Like, no, I recognize my weak points, and there's things I need to do. This truck PC, for instance, is um, like going through and doing the paperwork, and like I got that, but managing my time, right? I have 14 hours a day of working time. I have 11 hours a day of driving time. And to manage that comes with experience, I think. And that's something that I'll probably work out here in the next couple of weeks, is just, when I show up to a customer's, how I'm managing my time while I'm there. Which brings me to my next point is obviously the name of this channel is Hall of Fame Reefer. I was on, or I was a part of the National Refrigeration Fleet, and there was an opening for the Finley Lowe's dedicated account, and I got to experience that account my first week of phase 2 with the trainer, and I liked it. It was a dedicated account, so you didn't get to see a lot of the United States. It was just like, hey, you go from point A to point B, and then you go back to A, and you pick up a load, and you go to another B, and then you go back to A, and you go to another B. It's not A, B, C, D all the way across the United States. So at first I just thought, I don't know if I want to do that. I would like to see United States. And part of, I'm silent right now because I'm trying to say if I should say what I want to say, but I will. There's no hurt in it, right? When you're part of refrigeration, and I'm sure this goes for every aspect of a job, but when you go to a shipper and you're unless you're doing a drop and hook, or you're picking up a preloaded trailer, you have to sit in your trailer and wait for these people to load your trailer. And with the refrigeration fleet, there was times where I was sitting 4 hours, 5 hours. I think the longest I ever sat was 7 hours. And I don't like to sit. I mean, I like to stay busy. I want to be up and running. I want to be driving. I want to be working, right? I'm not one to sit. Like, I'm a deer hunter, and I'll sit in my stand, and I try to go out between the times that they're going to be there. I don't go out at noon and sit till 8 p.m. I could never do it. I could never sit still. You could ask my mom as a child. I was wild. I just could never sit still, and it's still true to this day. I can't sit still. I always got to be moving. If you watch previous videos, I'm always fitching. I'm always doing something, and that's just who I am. So I don't think refrigeration. It was a good experience, but I don't think I don't think that was a good fit for me. So long story short, 3 weeks ago I made a decision to go to the Finley dedicated Lowe's account, and it is more physical labor, right? You're doing drop and hooks, and if you don't know what that means, that I got an empty trailer. I'm taking it to a distribution center. I'm dropping that empty. I'm picking up a preloaded trailer. I'm taking it to a Lowe's store. I'm dropping the trailer that I brought off to the side. I'm picking up the empty that's in front of their dock doors. I'm moving that, dropping that, picking up the trailer I brought, moving that to the dock, dropping that, picking up that one that I moved away from the dock, and I'm taking that back to the DC, and then that cycle starts all over again. So yes, it's more physical labor. You're dropping and hooking. That's what they call it, and that's how I get paid for that account. Is I get paid for each drop and hook I do. It's pretty much I get paid money at the DC, that's short for distribution center. I get paid a drop and hook fee at the distribution center, and I get paid a drop and hook fee at the Lowe's account. Plus, I get my miles, and if you keep your miles per gallon, they give you a bonus for good fuel mileage. So, yes, I'm gonna have to possibly, I don't know if I can get on YouTube and change the channel name, but I'm no longer a reefer, right? I no longer run reefer. I run Lowe's dedicated account. I gotta get on and see if I can change the name. My fleet manager, Kylene, gave me a couple ideas. I got something in my right eye. It's bothering me. Give me some good names or some ideas. So I got to find out if I can change that name. Some of the benefits of that dedicated account is I'm home every weekend for my reset. So I launch on Sunday morning and I get home Friday morning or Friday afternoon. And that spends Friday afternoon, Friday evening, Friday night, all day Saturday at home, and that works good for me, for my family, for my children, and then I launch back out. So it's, hustle during the week, spend a day and a half at home. Hustle during the week, day and a half at home. I like that. I honestly thought I would like going out 11 or 13 days at a time, and I kind of did, but again, it comes back to the waiting. I can't wait, man. I gotta stay busy. Like, people would say, you just put yourself in sleeper mode and go in the back and like lay down. Like, I don't want to lay down and watch movies, and I don't want to lay down and take a nap. Like, I don't want to do any of that. I want to work. I came to work, and that's what I want to do. I don't want to lay down, right? I want to lay down when it's time to shut down, and that's the only time I want to lay down. So refrigeration just wasn't a good fit, and that's okay. It might be a good fit for someone else, and you do get paid for your weights. I don't want to say that you don't. You gotta be on time to your appointment, and then anything after, I believe it's the first hour. I'm not sure, so don't get back on. We're like, oh, it's after this. Like, I think it's after the first hour. It might be after the first 2 hours, and then you get paid a percentage. So whatever, but I just didn't want. I don't know. I can't sit around. The only time I can sit around is when I go home for my reset, and I'm really not sitting around. Last week I went home for my reset, and when I clocked out of my truck, I had my work clothes on. So you know what I did? I worked in the yard for 9 hours. Got my garden ready, mowed, got our stuff out of the shed onto the porch, like the carpet and the umbrella and the chairs, and I spent all day outside. I'm a working man, and I can't sit still. This pretty much sums it up. So I mentioned I was in Marshfield, and I had a chance to meet Kylene, and then something came up and I was unable to. I went to Marshfield because I got invited to do the podcast, the Rail podcast. It's called Keeping It Rail. It's where they bring people on from different aspects of the company, and they talk about what they do in their position. And so they brought me on. I believe the gentleman's name was Travis. He said that he found my YouTube channel, and he wanted me to come on and talk about the GYCDO program. So I did go there, I think 3 weeks ago, and did a 45-minute podcast with those guys, and it was a great time. It hasn't aired yet, so don't worry, you haven't missed it. As soon as they let me know that it's going to be airing, I will definitely get that link and put it into the channel bio, and then you guys can all take a listen there. It's pretty much everything I talk about on here during my first couple phases. So that was a cool experience. I got the new rail hat for going out there and doing that. So it's my new favorite hat, right? If you know from previous videos, I wear that stocking cap, but now I got me a new ball cap, so that's good. What else has changed? Anything? I think those were the two biggest. Well, there was three big things, right? Podcast, dedicated Lowe's fleet, and I graduated phase 3. So that's the update. That's it, man. Just been out here busy, just staying busy, and I want to learn this. I want to learn this flows. I want to learn this flows account. I want to learn this Lowe's account, and like I said, get my time management down. And I just want to. I want to kill it. I want to make great money, and another thing about the Lowe's account, there's no waiting. There's no waiting. Besides pulling up to the gate and getting your truck checked in and going in and finding out what load you're picking up, that's the only wait. That's the only interaction with somebody. It's me parking that empty, driving to the preloaded, picking up that preloaded, scaling it, checking out before I leave, and then you're on your road. And it's consistent miles. It's consistent work. They always, Lowe's Home Improvement, they always got shipments going to the store. And I was told by another guy that most Lowe's stores are within 100 miles of the DC, so round trip, that's 200 miles. And there's a couple Lowe's stores where you go 250 miles, and then obviously that would be 500 miles round trip. But if you do 2 to 3 runs a day at 200 miles, that's 600 miles a day, and then you do that for 5 days. I mean, it's not like that all the time, right? I mean, you have to maintain 2,000 miles a week to be on that fleet. So I know if Dan does the work, I'm guaranteed 2,000 miles a week, because that's what you got to have to be in that fleet. Now, if Dan does that work and then some, I know I'm guaranteed 22, 23, 2,400 miles a week. That's good money, man. That's the money I was looking for, and that's what I'm hoping to obtain, and that's what I look to accomplish as my time in that fleet goes on. I plan on making those paychecks that I came here for, and just remembering everything I learned at rail and applying it every day. Right? I see it every day. People on their cell phones, people cutting truckers off, people pulling out in front of truckers. Oh, I gotta hurry up and make this right turn, so I gotta jump in front of this semi. Like, it's real life. It happens all the time, every day. Expect the expected. It's one of the things rail teaches. Expect the expected. If you expect that car to jump in front of you, guarantee that she or he is going to jump in front of you. So I drive safe, and so far so good. People have said great things about me, and I appreciate that. Before I go, there have been 3 or 4 people that have used my referral code. Thank you. For real. Thank you. There's no surprise there. You use my referral code, you make it through the program, and you put up 8,000 miles of your own driving, I get money. There's no lie there. That's how it is. That's how a referral code works. You use a referral code and somebody gets a perk. Well, that perk is I get money. So the people that have used the referral code, thank you. I really appreciate that. If these videos helped you and you're calling Rail today, give them my referral code. It's a good way to say thanks. So I appreciate it. I'm out. I'm looking at the time on my phone. 26 seconds left. That's it. That's the update. Help me think of a new name for Hall of Fame dedicated. I don't know. A new name. I need a new name. Help me out. I'm out. Hall of Fame Reefer.